Good.
All right, guys, we're gonna go through drill one, Army combative style, or if you guys have been in another class, sheepdog or something like that, it's the same drill for drill one, Army combatives, drill one. But since we have the luxury of video, I'm gonna show you guys many variations of trap and roll. So this is drill one with an emphasis on trap and roll. And so I'll show some different variations, which is more information than you could take in a one-on-one 10-minute, hour-long session. But because you have video, whenever you're going through the drill, you can simply go back to YouTube or download it or whatever you want to do, and then you can just watch the video again, and over a year or month or whatever, you can practice it. So starting from mount. First drill is just going to be the basic Hollywood choke from mount. So Joe's mounting me, give me the Hollywood choke. Right. And bend yourself down, see how it. Your mount. Yep. So for this drill, Hollywood choke. Super lucky because the guy sucks. Joe comes across with a thumbless grip on the wrist. Just right here. Boom. Grab my elbow here with the thumb, and I'm giving him the technique. So if the guy's choking you, you're lucky. He's not punching or shooting, so you're good. Traps the foot. He's gonna look over the shoulder, hips up and over. Boom. Boom. And now if I try to keep choking him, it's just not gonna work here. He covers my biceps so I can't hit his eyes, and then he can work to posture if that's what he wants next, right? So go back to mount. Key detail when you're drilling this one is make sure that the guy on top bends down so you don't hit the ground. If Joe's standing really tall and he's choking me, and if I just roll him hard, and he's pretty tall right now, he can hit the ground pretty hard. I've seen a few, especially masters grapplers and up, right, 30 years and up, can hurt their shoulder sometimes falling like that. So watch how he bends down. When I start rolling, he just bends close to me, he bends his arms and just. I'm in guard. Really basic pass for guard, nice and easy. Just get my posture, open the knee, close guard. Open the knee. Nice and easy. My knee comes up, my knee goes down. Here. Control the head, control the underhook. Back to the pass. Side control with the slot. Saw his body in half with my shin. No position. I'd control the wrist, but for the drill, I just give him the Hollywood choke. Trap the wrist, boom, trap the foot, up and over, in my guard, he controls my arms, he builds the posture, hands on the hips, knee to the tailbone, push my leg down, right knee's gonna slide over to the floor, stapling here, right arm grabs on my neck, deep, all elbow deep, here, the left arm wraps under my armpit. Now he's gonna back step out, go to side control, slide over the mount, chin, and now we do the same drill here. So that's the basic concept of the drill, and now I'm going to show a few variations. Still recording?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to show a few variations of trap and roll. That's not the one we did in most classes, but that's the easiest one to learn when they're just giving you the Hollywood choke. Just do the roll. So second variation, a lot of you guys have learned from mount. It looks like this. So I bridge my hips up, his hands go on the mat. Here, okay. Let's look at that one again. There's a little detail that we don't always have time to cover in class, right? So at a basic self-defense level, I'm trying to get his hands on the mat by lifting his hips with my hips. You can stay wrapped, you can stay heavy on me. So I'm lifting the weights to put it on his hands. Now, I want to move my head close to that arm. Stay heavy, Joe. Stay heavy with your legs. Like you're squeezing me or whatever, you know? So I want to move my head close to the arm. Okay? Now that my head is close, I'm a little bit easier to trap it in. Now the thing is, he's gonna be able to yank this arm out, but as he goes, that's my time. Either he's gonna pull the left hand back to punch me, you go left, yes. Go back real quick. So I've gotta feel as he pulls whatever, that's my time to trap and roll and go. Then we do the same drill. I get my posture, right? You can open the knee and tailbone, turn the hips. Staple, knee touches, so his leg is trapped. The other foot comes up, he's trapped here with a staple position. Chest to chest, head control, underhook, there's many options here. You could back step. You could just windshield wiper. Just side control. So there's good options there. Slide the knee across, like a sawing in half of your shin bone. Now I'll just use the mount and we go through the same drill. So he does that one, he's gonna bridge the hips up, make my hands touch the head, bring his head to the arm, trap it into his chest tight. Now when he feels me start to yank, that's when he bridges now. And that's what actually gives the momentum to control my biceps and on top. And here we go again. Okay? I'm gonna move a little bit from the edge here. Yeah. So, a couple more details on that trap and roll, just to give you guys all the details. Why not? It's YouTube, it's free. So when I bridge the hip, hands on the mat, I bring my head to the arm, right? Which allows me now, it's more to my center line when I grab it, versus trying to reach here, I'm extended out of position. So here, see my elbows are in closer, I'm able to bring it in tighter. Also, when not only do I feel his timing when he's pulling, but I also move. See that? So I brought my head here, close to the end. So I kind of go to it. There you go. So I'm bringing my head to the arm to trap it, and watch. Once I trap it, watch how I'm bringing myself back away from it. So as he goes to punch me or pull his arm, that's when I'm already changing the angle. Okay. So if you look at this one, so he bridges the hips, makes my hands post, right? So brings his head, now he traps it in. Now as soon as he traps it, he's gonna bring his head back the other way. So you see how that's, I'm already, and now as I go to yank it, he bridges the hips and go. Okay, and that's the timing for that exceed. Right. Last one I'll show, just to give you guys, it's my favorite, but I usually teach lift for fundamentals, which I think is one of the better ones. If you can lock the guy, is when the guy's just up right here and he's trying to punch you or whatever. I'm gonna bridge the hips, try to lock, lift my hips up, and put my weight in his hands. So I'm hiding my face here, and I'm putting weight in his hands. So it's very difficult for him to get good shots on here. So I'm using my hips. It's very difficult for him to get a good shot. And when he does, I can know where his hands are. His hands are right there because they're heavy. And so when I feel the time's right, I go for the trap. Palm up. He puts his palm up. That way he doesn't trap it or break it on accident. And now I roll from here. And so that's drill one with 3 variations. Basic choke, hands posted on the mat, and what else? Also when the guy's just postured up punching you, right? You can lock the body. That's the one I favor for my students, unless, the only exception would be if the guy's body's so big or on the waist where you can't lock the body. In that case, you'll need to do one of the other options. Make him post, try to trap that arm. And, should we show him anything else in that video, guys? What do you think? Is that's good for a lot of material? We'll start with that one, drill 1, emphasis on trap and roll. I'll do another one with emphasis on guard pass or something else so you guys can see the drill works the same. You can just emphasize different techniques, maybe at different times of the week, month, year, whatever, right? Thank you.